At a Florida airport, officers encountered a passenger, Miss Coleman, after she breached the jet bridge without authorization following a boarding dispute with Spirit Airlines. This analysis examines whether the conduct of all parties met the standards required by law, policy, and constitutional precedent. Officers located the subject on the jet bridge, a ticketed passenger who had previously boarded before being removed. A Spirit Gate agent confirmed the breach. Officers are now attempting verbal resolution before any escalation becomes necessary.
Is she being denied?
Correct, yeah. We
bring her all the way into inside the aircraft. Yes,
so once I told her, she finally came off when I mentioned no flight list, but she's very irate sitting down there in the purple shirt. But we'll take her to the back.
I'm going to refund her.
We'll give her a refund.
Hey, dear. Ma'am? Hey, can we go up there and talk, please, so we can...
No, I cannot. I want my bag off this plane.
9-2, can I get an airside?
I need my bag. You didn't let me board. You're not going to give me a refund. You're not going to send me out.
I'm going to give you a refund.
So, ma'am, can we go up there and talk at the counter so they can work on the computer to get you a refund? Ma'am, we have to clear this jet bridge so they can take off. Ma'am,
what's going on?
Right now, this jet bridge, are you guys in control of it, or is going to?
It's still federal property, but as of right now, we have our team here, so technically Spirit's operating on this jet.
Because you guys are still attached to the plane.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you guys want to press charges for trespass after warning if she refuses to leave the jet bridge? Because I can't force her to go unless either you or Go would do it. Go ahead.
I don't think Spirit would want to do that.
Can you advise us this is going to be a security incident or a gate service?
Still, well, they're saying it's a security incident.
She breached the jet bridge without scanning. She ran right.
Oh, so she didn't scan.
No,
she's not scanning.
Right now, she's
we're
already
not even sure
trespassed.
that this is her.
Yeah.
All right, ma'am, can you fill me in on what's going on? Why are we here?
I'm ready to get on the plane. I gotta be able to get 12:20. She gonna tell me I can't get on the plane. I've been on this plane already before this morning. I've been sitting there all day long.
Okay.
I do not want to go back on no other plane. I gotta be able to get 12:20 in the morning.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you? Because they're not even sure if you are who you say you are. Do you have ID on you?
All I have is a passport. I
Okay.
came from Costa Rica.
A passport is fine. Can I see your passport?
Disconnect the jet bridge with her in here because she could get injured.
And they're not going to take off with her in here, so.
Let me see her ticket.
What did I do? Let's not get on the plane. I need to get on the plane and go home. I'm not from here.
Okay, hold on to this.
But we're past that now, and I don't want you to be trespassed.
The officer faces a jurisdictional question. The jet bridge is federal and Keeply property, but Spirit Airlines is the operating entity. The critical question he correctly raises, does Spirit want to press trespass charges, determines everything that follows. Under Graham versus Connor, force must be judged by objective reasonableness. 3 factors apply: severity of the crime, immediacy of threat, and active resistance. At this point, trespass, no threat, subject seated and stationary. These facts will carry significant weight in what follows.
By the airport, this is federal property. I don't want you to be charged with trespass.
Yes.
So we really would like you just to make sure that
I'm getting honest on trespassing.
Can I explain to you how this is all coming about? So the reason why this is coming about is because they said, according to the call we got, I don't know what happened, but according to the call we got, you came and went past them onto the jet bridge without showing your ticket.
It's a lie. How did they know what I got if I didn't show my ticket?
Okay.
She even seen my ticket.
Okay.
That young lady right there.
Okay, so with that being said, being that you're saying that you did show them something, I don't want it to get to a point where they're going to deny you boarding, then they're going to trespass you from the airport. Now you can't even fly out the airport. They're willing to take care of you, but you can't stay here. Because right now you haven't committed a crime technically. We're not involved yet. I don't want us to become involved because now if we become involved, That means
giving me a refund money is not on the same day. It's not going to give me
no.
back
He
to
just
Dallas.
the manager just told you. Did you just not tell her that you would try to rebook for another flight, or am I hearing stuff?
Not today.
Not
Based
today,
on the
okay.
circumstances, not
Okay.
today, but we will give her a refund so she can look at other airlines.
I have to go to work and sweat, please.
So here's the thing. Like I said, I don't want you to end up being banned from the airport. That's going to make the situation even worse.
I'm trying to tell her that I'll refund her myself. I don't want her to have to go through another bigger process and then have more problems.
So when she goes up there, can she go with you?
I told her,
help
come
out?
with me, I'll refund you myself.
Okay, thank you. I'm not sure. I didn't hear who it was. I didn't hear anything. All right, let's get her taken care of. You got everything?
I'm gonna refund her.
Okay.
Is all person charges?
If she refuses to leave.
And I'm stuck out.
No, but that's not the only option. You have other options.
No, I don't, because you just gave me a refund. It's going to take 3 to 5 days. All I have is $200 cash. I cannot find a last-minute flight to get back to Dallas.
Like I explained, man, we processed the refund for you.
Okay, well, take me to jail. They secure my safety and secure my body. This is the only way I can feel safe. I don't know nothing about your state. I don't know how to get back home.
She's refusing. She wants to what? She wants to go to jail. She's refusing to leave. And I explained.
But at this point, I'm not moving, and I don't got no way. I'd rather go to jail because I don't have no security on my body and myself. I don't know nothing about this.
If you end up going to jail, guess what? Now you have to worry about a bond. How are you going to get out with the bond?
I would get out.
Hold on.
I would secure my safety. I'm in a state by myself that I don't know nothing about.
Can you listen to me for a second? You're going to have to worry about the bond. You're also going to have to worry about getting to another airport because now they're going to ban you from the airport. You're going to have to worry about another airline because you're not going to be able to fly the same airline. So
I'm not worried about that. I don't even got enough money to get a last minute flight. Do you know how much last minute flights is? I already tried $528, which I don't have no more $200 cash, and you gonna give me my money.
Miss Coleman's situation reflects a real crisis. Stranded mid-journey, no cash, no contacts, no transportation, refund delayed 3 to 5 business days. Her request to be taken to jail is not a threat, it is a request for safety and shelter. Crisis intervention training identifies these exact indicators as markers of acute mental health distress. Her 911 call is constitutionally protected under City of Houston versus Hill. Speech directed at police even demanding or non-compliant is not grounds for arrest. Officers have been professional throughout 7 minutes of negotiation. But the structural problem remains. The refund offer does not solve her immediate crisis.
3 or 5 days. I don't have nowhere to go. Okay. I don't have nowhere to stay. I don't know nobody in this state.
And we're right here. Just talk to us right here. I'm explaining to you that all we have to do is go back to the land.
Daddy, I'd rather go to jail at her and then I'm gonna give you, just get my check and go. Get me out of jail because this is crazy. I don't got nowhere to go and they're keeping me in here.
All you gotta do is leave.
That's all. Somebody refund me my money, but then the money don't hit the card for 3 to 4 days. Daddy, I don't got no money but $200. That's it. Where can I book a last minute flight?
Can I talk to him?
I'm stuck out here, Daddy. I'm just stuck. I found a Greyhound bus. That's still $500 something damn dollars. Everything $500.
Can I talk to him for you?
You tell me when you're done.
That's why I told him to do the rest of me. They tell me it's different options. No, it's not. I'm in the States by myself and I don't know where I'm at.
Miss Coleman, you're calling the emergency number. That's 911.
Ma'am, can I talk to you?
Yes, I need the police.
This is the police.
And we are the police.
Why did you not? But you're not taking me to jail because I'm in the state that I don't know where to go, and I'm telling you to take me to jail, and you're not listening.
I'm not moving nowhere. I'm not moving.
I'm not going to keep on back and forth. I'm trying to help her as best as I can.
We've already done that.
That's why I keep telling them I'd rather go to jail. I don't know nothing about this state. I don't have enough money. All I got is $200 cash and everything is $500 and up. My refund is coming 3 or 5 business days. You took my belongings already.
Okay? I tell you, you don't have to do all that. You're grabbing me. Hey, you stop. You don't have to do all that.
Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Count one, got two. All right, slow down. I have both their legs. I got both of them.
All you have to do is say, grab, put your hands behind your back. You don't have to do all that. Say, you don't
We
have
gave
to
you
do
the
all
opportunity
that.
to leave.
Let me go. You about to break my glasses. Can you stop?
Stop resisting. Give me your
I'm
arm.
not resisting.
Give me your
Please.
arm. Give me your arm.
Let me go and I'm going to let you. I'm going to
Give
put
me
it
your
on.
arm.
Hey, I'm going to put it on. Molly, hey, I'm going to put it on.
God damn it. Don't you bite me. Don't you bite me.
He's sitting up and grabbing me. They're grabbing me all kind of ways.
You got her?
Yeah. I'm gonna secure it.
All kind of ways.
Don't you bite me. Until we are done, do not move.
Stop.
Stop.
Once you are secure, you will be let up.
Okay.
She's secure.
Get on the ground.
Can I get on the ground, please?
Listen to me.
Can I get on
You're
the
going
ground?
to get, listen to me.
Can I get on the ground,
You are going
please?
straight to the ground. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes, can I go to the ground, please? Can I go straight to the ground?
Sit on your butt.
Okay,
Sit on your butt. On our butt.
Hey, I'm going to
On your butt. On your butt.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I'm not even resisting. You don't have to do all of that. I'm asking that just being resistant, and I told him all it.
The arrest is complete. An officer reports being bitten, the act that sustains the battery on LEO charge. Graham does not require perfection. It requires proportionality. Whether the takedown was proportionate to a non-threatening, stationary subject cannot be fully assessed without video of the force initiation moment, a gap explicitly noted in this analysis. The resisting with violence and battery charges are legally sustainable. The bite satisfies both statutes. The trespass charge holds after repeated warnings. The disorderly conduct charge, however, faces First Amendment pressure if it rests substantially on verbal protests alone. 3 things should have happened differently. First, at the 5-minute mark. When crisis indicators were clearly present, a Baker Act welfare check should have been initiated, redirecting this from criminal to medical. Second, before any physical force, a single clear verbal command was required. A ground takedown on a stationary, non-threatening subject demands justification under Graham. Third, Ms. Coleman's legally protective choice, however painful, was to leave the jet bridge under protest and pursue civil remedies against Spirit Airlines. Remaining on federal property after warnings converted her presence into an arrestable offense.
All I asked them, they just take me to jail, and they just did all this for nothing. Oh, you have to do resistance like that. All you have to do, did I ask you I want to go to jail? I said, I can put my hands behind my
If you
back.
wanted to go to jail, why were you resisting?
I didn't resist. You just did all that for nothing. You could say, Mal. I said, Mal, do you know what you just did? You slashed
It's on
my
our
face.
body cam.
Okay, thank you.
You good?
I gotta check my leg. She bit me pretty good.
Can I go to jail? You should say, Mal, you mind putting your hands behind my leg?
You don't tell us how to do our job.
You didn't
We
have
asked
to
you to
jump all
leave.
on me
Just
like
go ahead,
that.
go through her stuff.
I gotta take off my pants. So I just gotta wait for somebody else to. Are we gonna have a problem walking you to a car?
No, you didn't have a problem putting the handcuffs on me. You didn't have to do what you was doing. I asked you nicely. When you could have just said, Ma'am, can you put your hands behind your back? And then if I said, no, I didn't want to do that, that would have been the resistance rate.
Welcome to Florida. Welcome to Florida.
That's how y'all do it.
That's not how we do that down
Okay,
here.
but why you didn't say?
I'm not explaining that to
you. Can you put your hand behind your
All
back?
you're gonna do is walk to the
That's
car.
how they do it in Dallas.
I don't care how they do it in Dallas.
Okay, that's how they do it in Dallas.
Do they bite people in Dallas?
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay.
If you want to be aggressive with a person, Yeah.
Okay.
I beat him.
Why you biting my officer?
Because he grabbed my face and messed it down. Oh, sir. All he had to do is say, can you put your hands behind? I asked him, can I go to jail? So how is that a resisting arrest? If I'm asking you to take me to jail because I don't know where I'm from, right? You didn't have to jump on me and then do all what you was doing.
Excuse me, ma'am. With everything that's transpired after we issued the refund, I just need to inform you that you will be going on the street.
Go around because you're right in front of your feet, man.
With everything that's happened after we gave you the refund,
Hey, let me call you back, Sarge.
I need to let you know that you will be going on the street.
Yeah, she just got me in the thigh.
I just need to let you know.
I'm pretty sure she broke skin, but I got to take off my pants to do it. So, all right, we're gonna get her to her car. Ready?
All right, man. Stand up, ma'am.
We'll get her in my car once we get over there. She said she don't walk. She don't walk on her sprayer.
Is that mine?
Let's go.
I'm not resisting. I'm asking, was that my stove?
We're gonna go this way.
She's going on the other side. Just stand right here for me. Spread your legs. Spread your legs, ma'am. Thank you.
Dang, they don't even.
All right, ma'am.
What's that, bud?
All right, right upper thigh.
Whenever you back them over to the ground level.
Yeah.
Miss Coleman was charged with battery on a LEO, resisting with violence, trespass, and disorderly conduct. Not guilty plea entered July 2024. Following psychiatric evaluation in late 2025, a second independent competency review was granted. Trial remains suspended. A status hearing is scheduled the 27th of February, 2026. What happens next depends on a question the footage alone cannot answer. Was she legally competent at the time of the incident? 3 lessons from this incident for passengers, for officers, and for airlines. Lesson 1 for passengers. If you are denied boarding, your strongest move is to exit, document, and file a complaint not to remain on federal property. Staying transforms a civil dispute into a criminal one. Lesson 2 for officers. When a subject repeatedly describes disorientation, isolation, and financial sector pleas, helplessness, that is a mental health call, not just a trespass call. CIT response and Baker Act evaluation are tools, not options. Lesson 3 for Spirit Airlines. A refund policy that leaves a passenger stranded with no immediate remedy is not a neutral business decision. It is a foreseeable cause of foreseeable harm. The conditions of this incident were created before the cameras turned on. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to cover in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and check out our second channel, Prime Bodycam, for more police interaction and courtroom content.